Previously, we talked about the normal signs of aging. Today, we'll be discussing the abnormal signs of aging. Abnormal signs of aging are signs that may point to an underlying condition that will require you to go see your healthcare provider. Keep watching. So now that we've talked about the normal signs of aging, there are certain signs that you may observe in your body that may point to problems. And in that case, it may be advisable to see a healthcare professional.
Yes. For instance, if you experience extreme tiredness or fatigue, it is not a normal sign of aging. You need to seek help. Also, we know there are caregivers at home watching us. So if grandpa or grandma, they're always rushing to the bathroom, they visit the bathroom more frequently, or they wet or lick themselves before they get to the bathroom, then something else is going on with them. Experiencing loss of appetite is also a red flag. If you observe you are not able to eat as you used to and it's been ongoing for a while or it's prolonged, you need to seek help.
Another thing is major changes in the skin, like swellings, abnormal discolorations, maybe a sign that something is going on and you need to see a healthcare professional. Significant memory loss, yes, beyond just the occasional forgetfulness, right? When you experience your older adult forgetting things, not remembering what they ate for lunch, or even not remembering the names of their children, or certain things that was just told to them maybe a few minutes ago, or even prior to that, it's important to know that it is not normal and they need to be evaluated. Significant changes in mood could also occur. Maybe someone is experiencing severe bouts of sadness or being excessively withdrawn. It might point to something going on in terms of their mental health. So it's good not to overlook it as they just being sad or they just being withdrawn.
Yes, and we know that with old age, you might experience some life events like loss of a spouse or any other close relative. You also need to be aware that if you are experiencing consistent sadness or you become depressed by any of these events, you need to seek help. Lastly, fall is not a normal sign of aging. No.
Fall is preventable.
Yes.
And you don't have to fall because you are old.
So if you are tripping or falling within your home or outside, or your balance is not good, you need to see somebody.
So at Wrinkles and Grace, we're not just going to tell you the signs. Knowledge for us involves also equipping you with tips and strategies that you can use to engage actively, gracefully, and purposefully as older adults. And we're going to share that as we round up this episode.
Yes, and the number one tip is we want you to maintain a healthy lifestyle. And maintaining a healthy lifestyle starts with what goes into you, what you eat. We want you to eat a nutritious diet that is adequate in calcium and vitamin D, lot of fruit and vegetable, and ensure you're drinking plenty of water so that you stay hydrated as you age.
Yeah, and get enough sleep and avoid stress. It's retirement, it's time to rest, and rest doesn't mean inactivity.
Yes.
You should engage in activities that are pleasurable to you, but do not exert yourself beyond capacity.
Yes, and one of the ways you can ensure that you remain active is by taking part in regular exercise, so that your body muscles, they are strengthened, your bones are strengthened as well, and avoid any form of substance abuse. This is not the time to increase your caffeine intake or consume alcohol or even smoke. These things can increase your risk for chronic illnesses like hypertension and diabetes.
Yeah, building strong social network is also very important. Social interaction does decrease stress.
Yeah.
Social interaction does help with maintaining an optimal mental health as well. So connect with your community, connect with your children and grandchildren and relatives. Spend time volunteering in the community as well. There are so many things that you may have wanted to do, but you couldn't do because you were working, you were busy. Now you have a little bit more time. Find those causes that are dear to your heart and engage in that, because in addition to providing an opportunity for you to be active, it also feels that purpose band.
You're adding value.
Again, a sense of purpose because you're adding value to the lives of other people.
Yes, another way to stay mentally active is by reading. You can learn to play a new instrument. Maybe when you're old, you want to learn how to play piano or violin. It's not too late. This is the time you can engage in such activities. You can play games with friends. You can start solving puzzles. Whatever you find interesting, whatever you find pleasurable, this is a time to engage in those things.
And then put safety measures in your home.
Yes.
To them.
Yes. Put safety measures in your home. Like we said, fall is not a normal part of aging, so we don't want it to fall. We will still talk a lot more about how to put safety measures in your home, but you can start with just decluttering your homes.
Yeah.
Like don't scatter stuff around.
No hoarding.
Yes, things that can trip you, throw rugs, shoes.
Lit houses or homes, make things bright enough for you to be able to see and be able to.
So you could actually buy rechargeable lamps or torch lights that uses battery, so that when you're going to urinate in the night, you have something to shine on the path. You don't have to struggle walking to the bathroom or fall while trying to go to the bathroom. Because many people, while moving from their bed to the bathroom, they actually trip and they sustain hip fractures. And we don't want you to have any form of fall that can lead to other consequences and reduce your functional ability and make you more dependent on other people. We don't want that for you.
And no matter how handy you were before you retired, do not climb stuff trying to fix bulbs. No, get help.
Please don't.
Get help, because sometimes we overestimate our ability as humans normally, and many older adults overestimate their ability. So while old age is not necessarily meant to make you feel like you can't do anything. No, you're meant to be active, but at the same time, you should understand that sometimes your bones are weaker. So climbing and slipping and falling can lead to fractures. So get help for things like that.
Yes, and that also reminds me that once you're getting old, you may not be able to multitask as you used to. So you cannot be doing more than two activities or two things at the same time. Whether it's a physical activity plus a cognitive activity, try as much as possible to ensure you are not doing more than one or two tasks per time. Because if you're doing multiple things at the same time, you can increase your chance of falling or anything can go wrong while you're doing more than two activities per time.
And if you have staircases in your home, of course, there's nothing you can do about that, except you have a room on the main floor. But if not, use handrails, right? Don't feel like, okay, I want to climb the stairs just on my own. Use handrails if you have them. Just avoid falls,
And yes, my mommy's at home who wants to age gracefully and in style. I know you love your heels a lot, but we want you to wear comfortable footwear as you age, because if you are wearing dangerous footwear, they can predispose you to ankle problems and predispose you to fall. So be careful with your footwear. Wear appropriate and comfortable footwear.
There are ways to be fashionable while wearing comfortable footwear, And use your assistive devices.
What do you mean? Wait, I can't see.
Yeah.
So blurry. Okay, this is better. Use your assistive devices. They are meant to support you. It's not a sign of weakness if you're wearing glasses, if you're using any walking device.
Walking sticks.
Yes.
Walkers.
Yes. They are meant to support you through the aging process. It is not a sign of weakness. Please use your hearing aids, your glasses, whatever assistive device you use. Just ensure you use them.
Yes. It's not a sign of weakness.
No. All right, Tolu, there's a big elephant in the room and we will address it today. Please go for regular medical checkup.
Yeah, that's true. When I was in Nigeria, I can't remember.
Do you go for yearly? Yes.
No.
You only go when you're sick or something is wrong.
Something is going on. Yeah. I think it's important to go for routine medical evaluation. just do labs, do the examination.
Especially now that you are old, if anything is going on in your body, if you go for those things
early, it's good to catch things
yes
early. So go. It doesn't mean that you don't have faith. It doesn't mean that we have this fear, or do I call it a culture of shame as Africans, that we feel like some things we shouldn't do is so we don't bring things upon ourselves. No, going for medical checkup doesn't mean you don't have faith. It means that you want to take care of your body. So go and know what to pray about, right? Rather than being in the dark, right? So go for medical checkup, and if needed, you might have to go more frequently if something is identified, so you can fix it early.
Yeah.
Many people have died earlier than they were supposed to because they did not address certain things that could have been caught early. Especially during old age, many things can go wrong. Chronic illnesses, terminal illnesses, just regular things that could even be addressed early, that could be controlled. Remember, knowledge is for us to be able to, it's power, is for us to be able to take action on the things that we can control.
And you don't have to be afraid of the unknown, because once you go for your medical checkup, they discover something, you start taking actions, and you live long.
Thank you for listening today. This is Wrinkles and Grace, where we support older adults and their families in living actively, gracefully,
and purposefully.
There's more where this came from. We have a whole list of topics that we know will be beneficial to you. However, if there's any questions or comments that you have, follow us on Instagram or YouTube. Send us an email. We would really love to hear from you.
Yes, we would love to hear from you. We would love to empower you and your caregivers on how to live actively, gracefully, and purposefully. Until next time.
See ya.
Bye.